What? Johnny! Hello? Hey. Oh, so we gonna start it like this. Look. What's your name? What's your number? Can I get a taste of you? Glowing face, dipped in butter, looking like a plate of food. Gucci with the yellow Hummer, front seat where I'm taking you. Play that beat that's hot as summer. This is what it makes you do. Correct.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the quarantine commentary by your boy Nicky Rod. I'm doing a bunch of Q&A questions because I can't go outside. Fucking everybody's dying out there with the coronavirus, so I'm gonna stay inside where it's safe, clean, and sanitized, and answer a bunch of questions for y'all. Your lifting routine includes 6 days. Do you take the 7th day as a rest day? Fuck no. I do jiu-jitsu once a day, and I lift once a day, every single day. So 7 days a week, I train jiu-jitsu and or wrestling, and I lift 7 days a week. You don't have to do that. I'm aware that, you know, some might say I do too much, but I enjoy lifting. You know, it's one of my passions, among other things. I really do like getting in the gym every day, just to say, you know, I bettered myself in some way a little bit every single day. So to answer your question, if I'm taking that 7th day off, no, I'm not. Some people think I get angry when they ask me like questions about steroids and stuff, and honestly, no, because I want people to know that like you don't have to take steroids to fucking look like this. You know what I mean? I look like a bodybuilder, but I'm an athlete. You know, I'm a jiu-jitsu athlete. So I want kids, especially younger kids, guys that are like, you know, coming into their early 20s and they think they have to get on fucking steroids to look as good as they want to look. It's like, nah, dude, chances are 90% of these guys that are lifting and attempting to you know, chase that bodybuilder type physique, they're not eating enough. A lot of people don't eat enough. Protein, carbs, you have to eat it all. You have to eat it frequently. And that's honestly like the hardest part is the nutrition aspect of it. And once you get that nutrition part down, the work is really easy. Like bodybuilder, like lifting weights, that's the easy part. It's the food that's the hard part for sure. When did you start training BJJ? So I actually started, I'll be 2 years in March, April, May, June. So I started in June of, like the first week of June in, oh my God, what year is it? 2018. Yeah, 2018. So 2018, first week of June, I started jiu-jitsu, and I guess I went pro. Maybe like I guess once I won ADCC or once I placed in ADCC World Championships, I guess that considered me professional. I was able to create an income prior to ADCC World Championships, you know, because I did win the West Coast Trials, which enabled me to build a little bit of a name, reputation. So I was able to like jump around and get some invites to events like Fight to Win, events like Men of War, and different tournaments and super fights like that. So I was able to create a little bit of income, but once I placed in ADCC, I was able to really make a living off this and say, man, this is I can set goals in this sport, and there definitely is a way to make a substantial amount of money and have a successful living. You know, not to be stressed out about money, about you know, just bills and stuff. Like you can, if you're dedicated, if you put the time, and if you have the drive in the sport of jiu-jitsu, you can truly make a nice lifestyle for you and your family. So a lot of guys ask me how my pup's doing. So we're within the first week of his potty training and stuff, and he's going well. This is a video of him freaking out on my Roomba. I have like an iRobot. There's that boy. Yeah, he's just not having it. Tough. He's getting some attitude now. You know, he's coming out of his shell, having more personality. So it's good. Man, to fight the coronavirus, I'm honestly, besides like washing my hands all the time, I'm really not that concerned. I from what I hear and what I understand, it's mainly affecting older people with weaker immune systems. I do everything every day to stay healthy and have a strong immune system, have everything in my body and on my body be healthy and prepared. So I'm just doing what I always do. Eat well. High nutritional value foods, and still keep training. Keep my body healthy, keep my body in shape. Because I feel like the stronger your body is, the stronger your immune system and everything else is gonna be. Let's see, seminar in Wales. So I was actually supposed to have seminars, 2 seminars coming up April 4th in Newport, Wales, and I think Manchester maybe. Anyway, in the UK, I was supposed to have 2 seminars right around the time of Polaris, which is supposed to be April 4th. From what I'm hearing down the grapevine, Polaris might be canceled, not 100%, but yeah, it looked like it's headed that way. So so obviously the seminars are going to be canceled if that is the case, because I won't be there for competition. But in the future, once everything's cleared up, I will definitely have seminars in Wales and the UK. I have a lot of fans over there, a lot of people that enjoy watching me compete and enjoy rolling with me. It's cool because every time I went to the UK, I need a place to train, so I would just like look up on my phone, gyms, jiu-jitsu gyms nearby, hop in a gym, there'd be 30 people there that are like, want to take pictures. They all know who I am. They want to just be around me, talk to me, pick my brain a little bit. So it's good to say I have, a good fan base in the UK. And I will definitely be keeping up with you guys and having seminars before you know it. Pancakes or waffles? Man, this is a tough one because I do love blueberry pancakes, right? But it's hard to beat a waffle with cut up strawberries, banana, and ice cream on top. So if you're talking just plain waffle and just plain pancake, fuck, that's a tough one. If you're talking just plain waffle, just plain pancake, I'd say pancake. But if you're talking adding stuff like fruit and like ice cream kind of deal, make it more of a dessert, I'd say waffle. I like the crispiness of the waffle, but I also do love the fluffiness of the pancake, especially blueberry pancakes. That's my go-to. If I was on death row, we're going blueberry pancakes right before Daddy gets cut up.
What would you be on death row for?
What would I be on death row for? If I was, I wouldn't mind going out like robbing a bank or something. If I get put on death row, I would like to get paid, or at least try to get paid. Taking out like an armored truck or something worth like millions of dollars. I feel like I'd be able to pull it off, so I can't see myself getting caught. But in the case that I did get caught, I feel like it'd be worth it because, maybe I'd bury all that money somewhere else, give it to my family or something. Yeah. Got to go out like on top, you know what I mean? You can't go out like fucking robbing a bag of chips from CVS. That's not baller. All right. And also, if you guys want to get the hands of Warzone, if you guys want to play with me on PlayStation, my gamer tag is not Nicky Rod. So we can hop on Warzone. I do like MX vs ATV as well. That's a good game. But yeah, Black Ops and Call of Duty Warzone is the go-to, especially this coronavirus time. Yeah, so hit me up at Nicky Rod. What type of workouts do you recommend people do during gym closures? Any type of calisthenic workout is going to be a tremendous help, tremendous advantage to your body. So I'd say just the basics: push-ups, pull-ups if you have like a pull-up bar that kind of hooks to the door, or something like that. Crunches, planks, knee raises. What's it called? Mountain runners. There's tons of workouts that you don't need a partner for, and that you don't need weights particularly that you can really get jacked for. A lot of guys just do calisthenic workouts and have insane physiques because they just do it consistently. So you can definitely get a good sweat and a good hard workout solo. Do you plan a transition to MMA? Absolutely not. I'm way too pretty to be an MMA fighter. Honestly, my mom would hate it, and I just don't think. I think the threshold as far as like payment to body damage ratio just isn't there. Like obviously the top guys are making millions, but the lower end guys, the middle spectrum guys, where they getting a couple $100,000 a year, we can do that with jiu-jitsu. I can punch in the face. So it's like, I can give or take. I'm a fan of MMA. I truly am a fan of mixed martial arts. I've watched it for my whole life growing up. But to hop in the cage with another animal, somebody like me that wants to kill me, that takes a different kind of person for sure. Do I ever see myself fighting MMA? No, I do not. But like I said, I'm a big fan of it. I totally support anybody that wants to get into the world. You know, I think they're all nuts because it does take a completely different kind of human to hop in the cage with somebody else that just wants to take your head off. How do you get through competition anxiety? I'm 37-year-old blue belt and still compete. Competition anxiety, you know, there's many different ways to deal with it. Some people freak out. Some guys like won't eat all day of competition. They're nervous the whole day before, can't sleep at night. The best way for me that I cope with it, honestly, you're gonna have a little bit of nerves, you know, no matter what competition you're going to, because you're just thinking about it. You have high expectations for yourself. You don't want to let down the people that came to watch you. So it's very easy to kind of get it in your head that there's so many mistakes to be made, and you just put extra pressure on yourself. So for me, I make sure that my diet's good. You know, I prior to competition, I always make sure that I'm eating correctly, I'm training correctly. So I eliminate the factors of, did I do enough? Did I do the right things to prepare for this competition? So for the lead up prior to your competition, make sure you stay on track with your diet. Make sure you're training as much as you possibly can, as much as you should be. Make sure you're hitting the weights. Make sure you're talking to your coaches. You're specifying your training to that specific tournament and or match. Doing those things throughout the preparation for your matches can eliminate a lot of the questions, a lot of the self-doubt, because you can say, I know I did what it takes to win this match. I've trained enough. I trained as much as possible. I didn't miss that session. I am eating everything that I need to be eating and consuming to have a peak performance when necessary. So doing the right things prior to competition can honestly alleviate a lot of the competition day anxiety. Now, one day prior to competition, you know, I typically have weigh-ins and then I'm just free for the rest of the day. Maybe I have a seminar, take some pictures, whatever. But that night, I make sure to get a good night's sleep. For me, the night before competition is the meal that I have right before bed is one of the most important meals that's going to benefit me the next day for competition. So day before competition, right before bed, I make sure I have a massive meal. Lots of protein, lots of not so much protein, but a little bit of protein, lots of carbs, lots of sugars. I just want to flood the body with all the positive nutrients that it needs. That way, as I'm digesting that night, the next day I feel all the benefits of the meal that I ate prior that day. So have a really massive, nutritionally high value meal night before competition. That way, the next day you wake up, competition day, your body is prepared, your body is rehydrated, rejuvenated, and ready to go. Now, same day competition, mentally, I try to put my mind at ease. I listen to calming music. You know, maybe I'll put some country on, maybe I'll put some R&B just to relax, because it's so easy for me to. I'm a very hyperactive person. You know, I know you guys don't know me personally, but I run at a very high rate. I'm either dead asleep or trying my absolute hardest at anything I'm doing. So day competition, I'm all about easing the mind, staying calm. Honestly, I'll watch some comedy, some stand-up YouTube videos just to kind of get my mind off of competition until it's time for competition. Literally, day of competition. If I'm competing at 6 p.m., I wake up, I eat a good meal, and a good meal for me the morning of competition is a bunch of fruit. I have tons of fruit, a little bit of potatoes. You know, I'll do some like shredded home fries, and then tons of fruit. I'm doing all the berries, banana, some Gatorade, you know, to get the electrolytes in. So I really do stock up on fruit, preferably berries, just so I can. I'm spiking my insulin. You know, I'm running at a high rate throughout the whole day. And then, you know, before competition, I usually like to warm up, you know, 30 to 45 minutes prior, just to get the motor running. I kind of get a sweat, and then I'll let my body relax after the warm up. And then 15 minutes before I step out on the mat, mentally I'm calm. I'm just thinking about the moves that I'm going to do. I'm thinking about how my partner is going to react. I visualize, my partner or my opponent, attacking my legs, attacking me different ways. I'm picturing my opponent doing things that maybe I wouldn't expect. So in my mind, I'm mentally prepared for the adaptation mid-match that I might need to do. So I think visualization, and I don't mean immediate visualization. I mean long-term visualization. I don't think about the match just in that time being, in that 15-minute period before I step out. I think about it weeks prior. I dwell on the outcomes, the possible outcomes that I can have in the matches, the positive possible outcomes I can have during the matches. So I think prior to competition, it's really important to keep your mind at ease, and then also visualize the concepts and the techniques that you're going to use to have extreme success in those matches. Everybody competes with a different mentality. My mentality is, I really do like to let loose and kind of go as hard as I can go. That doesn't work for everybody. It's just what works for me. So I say if you're going out competition, you have to compete a lot to find out what specific mindset you have an advantage in. What kind of mentality works for you when you're competing. So compete frequently to get rid of the nerves. But yeah, to stay calm prior to competition, and then just being able to calmly let loose, and let all the techniques that your body has remembered throughout the years kind of flourish during competition. When are you transitioning to the WWE? I would absolutely love to join WWE. So maybe like 6 months ago, I went to a tryout actually in Orlando, Florida for WWE. I just filled out. I met like a female wrestler doing jiu-jitsu one day, and she was like, "Listen, you have a good look. I'm familiar with the business." She sent me the website to apply for WWE tryout, and I was just like, "Yeah, like why not? It's a free application. All you gotta do is fill it out, and worst they can say is no." So I filled the application. Maybe like 2 weeks later, I got an email back from a director that was getting a bunch of athletes together to go to a tryout. He was like, "Dude, like we'd love to have you." So I was like, "All right." I packed my bags. I went over there for like, I'm gonna say it was a 3 or 4 day tryout. And pretty much, throughout the tryout, they just tried to, push the limits. They wanted to see how coachable you are, what kind of physical shape you were in, and how far you were willing to go physically to kind of impress them. So like, I don't want to get too specific, but it was more so they want to see if you're able to adapt to their style of wrestling, which is obviously more meant for the crowd oriented. You have to show your face more, not be so tense and stuff, be more celebratory, shit like that. But yeah, it was a good experience. I would love to join the WWE maybe one day. I do have to reapply to get another tryout. They did invite me back, so they do want me back for another tryout. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a shot. I'm not one to turn down opportunities, so who knows where I'll be in a few years. When am I going to go vegan? Absolutely never. I'm not a fan of no meat. I eat majority meat. That's my diet. Especially the red meat. I love it. I don't see any benefits for me going vegan and or vegetarian. Like my whole life, I've been a meat eater. I've had nothing but success with that meat diet, and honestly, like I don't see a lot of vegan or vegetarian athletes winning UFC titles. That's even in sport of jiu-jitsu. I don't know how many vegans there are that have 80cc gold around their neck. I'm sure there might be a couple, but not as many as there are meat eaters. So majority rules. Most of the professional athletes that have extreme success eat meat, so your boy's gonna eat meat. So I have a lot of questions. People asking me like how I'm dealing with the coronavirus attack. I'm just chilling, bro. Honestly, I feel like I don't have anything to worry about. I'm so physically and how am I trying to word this? I'm so strong inside and out that like a flu-like disease isn't really going to affect me. I'm under the impression, and I have some knowledge about the disease, that it's more so attacking older people with weaker immune systems. I'm in my prime right now, and and nothing can hold me back. So, yeah, for the people that do have, you know, some health issues, I could see it being a concern. But at the same time, you know, I'm not going out to a public place, you know, whether it's 150 people and having conversations, shaking everybody's hand. That's not what I'm doing. I'm definitely distancing myself. I'm training with those people, a few people that are healthy and you know, live healthy lifestyles. And same thing with the lifting weights. I'm really just lifting weights kind of on my own terms. I have a gym at my apartment complex where it's just people that live there are able to use it, and not really open to the public. So I'm staying out of public places for sure. I don't want to catch it. But if it does come my way, well, you know, I'm ready to deal with it. I'm healthy enough physically. I know enough people that know enough stuff to keep me healthy and keep me in shape. So yeah, I'm not really worried about it. It does suck though. You know, everything's so shut down so early. You know, everything's closing by like 8 o'clock around here in New York and Jersey side. So it sucks for a lot of people. Like, the only good thing really is that there's just no traffic in New York for once. So no complaints about that.
What would you do, man, if they told you tomorrow you got 3 weeks, you got to stay indoors?
Still train.
Still training?
I'll let them pull me over. Yeah. I mean, what are they gonna close off the fucking bridge, right? What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, if we got shut down like they did Cali, like Californians they can't leave their house for 24 hours at a time. If New York and Jersey was to do that, yeah, it wouldn't be good for me. I absolutely hate staying in the house. Like, I'm a doer, you know what I mean? I like to go outside. I like to do my thing. I constantly have ideas and shit going through my mind. So yeah, that would not be good for me. I'm not really a homebody. I need my jiu-jitsu. I need my weights. I need shit to do. So if that does happen, you can believe I would be I'd be angry, but I'd probably be glued to a PlayStation though. You know, Call of Duty's calling my name, so maybe I'll take advantage of that, get my skills up to par with everybody else. But yeah, it wouldn't be a good day if we go 24-hour lockdown. Not looking forward to that. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I really enjoyed answering your questions. We have much more content coming to the YouTube channel, so please subscribe, like the video, comment below what you think and what other content you guys want to see. Really appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, and being fans of ours.